Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are doing a cash stuffing video, but first I want to say Happy New Year. It is now 2022 and I'm so excited to be starting this year with you guys. This is going to be my first full year on YouTube, therefore my very first full year with you guys. With that being said, let's go ahead and count this money so we can cash stuff our short-term goals and our long-term goals. 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, $400, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we do have the money that we think we have. That is always great. Today we are cash stuffing our short-term goals and our long-term goals. The videos are changing just a little bit as far as how I organize my videos. I used to have savings challenges and sinking funds separately. Now they are all together and they're being stuffed in this video. And I will stuff these categories once a week at least. And then I will also be stuffing my self-care and homeschool binder in a separate video. So all of that self-care money that you guys give me in tips, that is going to be, what am I doing? Okay, that's going to be in a different video now. It's going to be included with my bills. So self-care, bills, variable expenses and spending, and homeschool, that all gets stuffed in a separate binder, and sinking funds and savings challenges are now combined. I just have them separated into two different binders based on short-term goals and long-term goals. I hope that made sense. Sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, that was a lot to follow. Okay, so tens, I'm already a little disheveled. It's January 1st, 2022. Very exciting to be starting a new year, I gotta say. Okay, first we will start with our short-term goals. I will say though 2021 was very nice to me, so I'm not gonna complain about 2021. I did start my YouTube journey in the middle of 2021. I started Etsy in the middle of 2021. I'm doing everything full-time as far as Etsy and YouTube now, so that is amazing. And I have so many fun plans for 2022 that I sort of started the idea of like thinking about and the process of starting those things in 2021. So wrapping up 2021 was a good year for me. I hope that 2022 is just as successful, and I hope that you guys have a very successful 2022. So we are going to be using the trackers now. The trackers are something that has always been neglected on my channel because I did have the trackers laminated before. If you order your binder January 1 of 2022 or later, the trackers are no longer laminated. I did lower the price this morning to like a couple dollars less just to reflect the fact that I'm no longer putting in that time laminating. But the trackers are all professionally printed and created, so I mean, they're nice trackers. 50, 100, 20, 30. So we do have $130 now for car insurance. Car insurance for me is due in February and it covers 6 months, but it's only about $300. So we're off to a good start for that. Car maintenance is getting $20. It currently has nothing. Everything going on in the world aside, I'm happy with 2021, you know? Car maintenance, we're gonna add $20. So I did just recently unstuff all of these binders and restart all of them. There are a couple categories you will see in these binders that do have some money in them because I shuffled all the money that we saved in 2021 around into different high priorities. So haircuts, we are going to add just $5 to haircuts. Okay, sick days is not getting anything during this cash stuffing. Winter vacation is going to get $50. I am hoping to bring my kids to see snow somewhere nearby this year. I just need a little bit of money for that for a couple nights in hotels. We're not doing anything crazy fancy or anything like that. This is just strictly to go find snow from somewhere. So I did not end up staying up late for New Year's Eve. I did nothing at all New Year's Eve. I literally fell asleep at 8 p.m. So we should have 350 now. 50, 150, 250, $350. So we have $350 now for our winter vacation. So I have been waking up at 4 a.m. guys, which is very out of character for me, but I've been waking up at 4 a.m. so that I can get a lot of work done before the kids are awake. And then you guys know I homeschool one of my kids. Of course, we're all off on break right now, but there's still some homeschooling that is happening, and we're pretty busy with, you know, hanging out and stuff because they're off of school. So if you have kids, you know that around holidays, there's always 150 things that everyone wants to do. Family wants to do things, kids want to do things. So my days are still busy because school is out. There's still a lot going on. Pets is getting $20, so we did color one little spot. That is for our guinea pigs. So we've been staying really busy during the day. So I've been waking up at 4 a.m. to work and to get some orders out and to do different things having to do with Etsy and YouTube. And it's been really, really nice. I feel so productive. Before my kids are even awake, I feel like I've accomplished the world. And I don't know if you guys have heard this saying, eat the frog, which is like, why is that a saying? I don't know why that's a saying now that I'm saying it out loud, but it basically is just like do your hardest work first so that you can complete your day feeling accomplished and feeling good about things that you've done. And a lot of my work on YouTube is very fun and very easy. All of my work is very fun to me, but Etsy orders do take energy, and they are, I mean, it's a real job. You know what I mean? I'm creating real orders, I'm shipping them out. So I would consider Etsy the part that feels more like work to me, whereas YouTube, I get to chat and I get to comment with you guys. That stuff is really easy for me, so I tend to save that for later in the morning or later in the day. This is just saving money for birthdays. We're only adding $5 right now because we don't have any birthday expenses coming up at this moment, so we're just gonna add $5. So I've been waking up and doing a lot on Etsy orders and things like that between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. before my kids are really up and going, which is so nice. It feels like life-changing. So I think I'm gonna keep doing that where I wake up really early. I'm saying all of that to say, I promise I'll get to the point. I'm saying all of that to say that I passed out at 8 p.m. last night on New Year's Eve because I was just so tired because I've been waking up really early. So I was just exhausted by 8 p.m. Picture day, that is for family pictures or pictures my boys need at school programs and things. We are adding $10. I passed out when my kids did at 8 p.m. We did nothing that night. We did go to the Children's Museum. The Children's Museum that's local to us did a countdown to noon is what they called it. So from 10 a.m. until noon, they had like a little countdown to noon celebration for the kids. We did do that during the day, so that was fun. But as far as myself and like staying up late, we did nothing. Sports is going to get $10. I would like to put my son in baseball soon, so that's why we are going to start using the sports tracker. We're adding $10 for that. My boys are both in gymnastics and I do pay for that every single month. I consider that an ongoing bill though, so that expense is put in my bills binder. I don't know if I even clarified, but let me just say all of these are things that I consider my short-term goals. Either they're coming up soon or they are just goals that are kind of like rotating. Like picture day, as soon as we end up spending that money for pictures, we will be adding more picture money. Pets is sort of a rolling fund, so I'm considering it short-term, that kind of thing. So this was the short-term goals. Let's move over to long-term goals. So out of the $425 that we started with, we did stuff $150 into short-term goals. I'm intentionally putting more money into long-term goals since these are sort of, in my eyes, more important goals. We will be putting $275 into long-term goals. Moving is going to be getting $50. I am moving in the middle of this year. I will be moving to Tennessee. I'm very, very excited about it. I know I have a lot of new people on this channel that have been asking me why I'm moving or where I'm moving. I am moving to Nashville, Tennessee with my boys, or just a little bit outside of Nashville. I'm from Mississippi. I don't think I want to be right in the city. Like, I'm not knocking it. I just don't know that it's like where I'm at or what I'm prepared for yet. What color moving box do we want? I can't decide. Let's do a pink moving box. Why not? We'll do it. So we added 50. So that's where I'm moving. The why I'm moving is, first off, I live in Mississippi. There's not a ton of opportunities in my area. It's not so bad. I would probably not move if there were more private school or co-op options for my kids. And then the biggest kicker of all is that the healthcare system is just terrible here. Like, you can walk in with a regular like appendicitis or something and the hospital is likely gonna mess up your care. I wish I were joking. I'm not trying to offend anyone that works in healthcare in the South. It just is, so it is what it is. The healthcare in the South especially in Mississippi, is not up to par and comparatively. We did stuff $50 into moving. We have $1,000 into the bank, so we have this placeholder here. So we now have $1,050 for our big move. So it's just terrifying to live here in the South when you have health needs. My boys both have kidney and liver disease. It's something that they were genetically born with. There's no cure for what they have. It is going to lead to transplants. So my move is just a very mandatory thing in my eyes. If something were to happen to them here, I would feel eternally guilty, like I did not do my best. And the Nashville area just has some very highly rated hospitals, and it's still a driving distance to family who still lives in Mississippi. So that's sort of how I arrived to moving to that location. I know other places offer some better opportunities. I know Nashville cost of living is very high. It has just been a balancing game for me, trying to figure out exactly where I want to go and still get all of the things that I'm sort of going for. And Nashville, Tennessee was just sort of the compromise that I landed on. Yearly memberships, this is things for like children's museum, or you know, like maybe you have a gym membership that you pay for once a year. It's anything that you pay for a yearly membership towards, like the zoo or aquarium. I will have a lot of new memberships to sign up for when we move, so we are adding $20 as often as we can, trying to build up these memberships. So that is just a quick overview of the why and where of the moving situation. I am not gonna lie, I'm stressed about it. The cost of living is much, much higher there than it is here in Mississippi, but I just feel like it's such a mandatory thing that I have to do for my kids. I don't want to move away from family, because I do get that comment a lot, like, am I scared to move away from family, or how am I feeling about that? No, I want to be around family. If any family members are watching this, move, please, come with me. I really want family to be around. I just don't feel like I have the option to stay here, so, you know, I'm gonna do what's best for my kids, even if it's not the easy option for me. But am I scared? Yes. Is the cost of living much higher there? Yes. Which is why I'm trying to get my finances super in order. I'm trying to grow my income here on YouTube and Etsy and save what little bits I can, trying to prep for this move and get us ready. So yearly memberships, we did add $20. And then next is going to be new car. We are gonna put $40 in new car. So let's go ahead and grab 20, 40, and then we do have some placeholders. If you see any of these placeholders in my binder, these are from the Etsy shop Hands and Bands. I will link her below if I remember, but I do have this money in the bank. So we have $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 in the bank. These placeholders are just here to remind me when I see that large amount in the bank, I remember that that money has a purpose. It's not fun money for me. So we do have $500 in the bank, and we're adding $40. We are not going to be coloring in a car because we did not reach another $100, and each of these little cars represents $100. All of the trackers and stickers and labels, everything you see in these binders is from my Etsy shop if you want to check that out, except for the placeholders. Those are from Hands and Bands, and I absolutely love her shop. Let's see, 100 envelope challenge. We are upgrading, guys, to last year we were doing the 50 envelope challenge. This year we are going to attempt the 100 envelope challenge. Wish me luck. I don't know realistically if this is something that I'm going to complete, but we are going to try. So I am going to color in the 1 and the 2. So we added $3. I think there was another one. Was there another one? Yes, 19. We are actually going to add 19 too. So these are kind of random numbers. I think for the savings challenges and the sinking funds, I'm going to be giving myself the goal of $275 at least every single week, which is kind of, y'all, my income is not that high. That's still that's a stretch for me, but I'm going to be doing my very best to get that much in all of these goals, because we just have a lot to save for. So let's add 19, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's just a lot of expenses and change coming in my life though, so I'm gonna do my very best to put as much of this money that I'm getting right now, put it away. This 100 envelope savings challenge, I don't have a particular goal in mind. It will either be moving money or something to do with my kids' schooling, or maybe even like startup money for the fees and things that come with apartment life. I don't know. I just know I'm gonna need it. So let's start. So now we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, $22 for the 100 envelope savings challenge. And I know I could have just colored in like the one spot, but I really wanted to give us a little bit of a jump start by coloring in several of them. That is going to hopefully motivate me to do better. Back to school, this is for things like clothes or a new backpack, a new lunchbox, all of those expenses that come with putting your kids in school. Same kind of mentality for the 100 envelope challenge. I am going to color in the 1 and the 2 backpack. So there's 32 backpacks. When you color all of them in, you will have $528 to put towards your kids' schooling needs or like them starting school. I have had some of you reach out to me and say that you need a higher amount. I have not made a higher amount tracker yet, but you could always double the number that's on the backpack. So for me, the 1 backpack stands for $1, the 2 backpack stands for $2, but you could just double those numbers and give you a bit over $1,000 if you wanted to do it that way. So we have $3 for back to school. My boys are still little, so their needs are not very high. I will say though, my 7-year-old is about to need size 8 clothing, and for popular brands like Under Armour and Nike and Adidas, they sell those sets together typically for like $30. So like a pants and a shirt set for like a nice brand, and they typically stop selling it in sets whenever you move into the size 8 size. And then the pieces are like $40 each. So if I want to keep dressing him the same way, I am going to really have to up his clothing money. Basically, my kid's about to get expensive. That's all I'm trying to say. Tuition, we are gonna put $50 into tuition. We have just a couple categories left. We are gonna make each little schoolhouse represent $50. So we're gonna color one little schoolhouse for tuition for my kids. Ideally, they will not be in a private school, but they will be in co-ops, and those are very expensive. So we need to start saving for that and making that a big priority. So we have $50 now in tuition. Very exciting. I'm loving getting to set up these new binders, guys. I am very excited and hopeful we will finish a lot of our trackers. Y'all know I like to shift money around and change categories, but all of my categories feel really pegged down right now. And I feel like we will be completing a lot of these trackers, especially these long-term goals ones. We won't be shifting those around. We will be actually watching these goals complete. You know what I'm saying? $25 to new phone. We do have $100 in the bank towards new phone. So now we have $125 for new phone. I don't think I asked you guys yet, what are your new goals for 2022? They can be finance goals or personal goals, whatever you feel like sharing. I would love to hear what you guys have going on. I will be sharing both a personal finance as well as a personal New Year's goals video. So both of those things will be coming out this week. I thought I was gonna be launching them last week. That did not happen. There was a lot of end of year things going on in my personal life. And I don't mean anything bad. I just mean like, you know, just obligations or fun for the kids, different things like that. Also, again, thank you if you are a new subscriber here. My channel kind of caught some wind. It was caught in the YouTube algorithm. Thank goodness. I think it still is. But I'm getting a lot of new views, which means a lot of new orders on the Etsy shop, which is absolutely amazing. Thank all of you who are supporting me on Etsy. Thank you to everybody who is joining the channel and joining our little budget fam. We are so happy to have you here. And because of everybody joining, of course, there's a lot of new orders in the Etsy shop. So I did work on Etsy a whole lot this last week, which has been just great. But I didn't get everything done on YouTube that I wanted to get done. And I know in my personal life, at least, things are a little slow this week. So I will have some time to put up a lot of the videos that I wanted to get out last week and this week. So watch out for those. But go ahead and comment here. Tell me what you guys have going on. Tell me what you're most excited about and what did you start today. I did make my first transfer of, it was a little bit of money. It was just $100, but I had an extra $100 sitting in the bank and I transferred it over to that savings account that I have told you guys about, which is just exciting because it's not even money that I'm like cash stuffing here on YouTube. It was just an extra $100 that I had floating around. And instead of keeping it as cushion or money that I might just spend needlessly, I did put it in the savings account that I opened and created. So that felt like a good win. hopefully at the end of this year, I will be able to announce too, like, this is the money that I was able to save on the back end. It's not even money that I was cash stuffing or saving here. It just happened to get tucked away, which does not happen for me often, but that is something I want to do when I can throughout this year. And I did that for the very first time this morning. Again, it was just $100, but it felt really good. I'm really excited about it. Okay guys, Christmas is something I typically only start stuffing in the middle of summer. I am starting earlier this year because I realized this year that there was just money that I wanted to spend on family members and different people that I didn't have money saved or allotted for those expenses, and I ended up going way out of budget for Christmas this year. So we're making our Christmas goal $1,000. There's 40 trees on this tracker, so each tree represents $25. So we are stuffing $25 for Christmas. And this is our very last category for this cash stuffing. So thank you to everybody who has joined our little budget fam. Thank you for sticking it all the way out to the end of this video. I really appreciate you guys. I will be around in the comments today. I am at home today. I have nothing going on, which is great. I love when these days happen. So I will be around. I will be chatting with you guys in the comments if you want to chat. And as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you so much for being here, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.